Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Insidious 5, everything you need to know. Let's get right into it. By the time Insidious 5 comes out, it will have been half a decade since the Adam Robitel directed Insidious, The Last Key hit theaters, and a full decade since we saw the Lambert family of Insidious and Insidious Chapter 2. The Insidious franchise, created by James Wan and Lee Wanell, is about unsettled spirits terrorizing the living and the further, a vast purgatory-like dimension separating heaven, hell, and earth. The fifth installment of the Insidious franchise was announced in February, and we now know that Insidious 5 has a release date. The film also marks the directorial debut of series star and prolific actor Patrick Wilson. He spoke at Blumfest all the way back in 2020 about the project, saying he was honoured and thrilled to be at the helm of the next Insidious installment, which will provide an amazing chance to unpack everything the Lamberts went through a decade ago, as well as deal with the consequences of their choices. He called directing the film a full circle moment and ended his announcement by saying, "Into the further we go." This will be a direct continuation of the first and second films, with Insidious Chapter 3 and Insidious The Last Key serving as prequels to the events of the Lambert family hauntings. Insidious 5 will take over the spot previously held by Madame Web and will be released in theaters on July 7th, 2023. Madame Web stars Dakota Johnson as the title character, a clairvoyant woman who aids Spider-Man in his crime-fighting adventures in the comics. Sydney Sweeney, Emma Roberts, Celeste O'Connor, Isabella Merced, Tahir Rahim, Mike Epps and Adam Scott round out the cast. S.J. Clarkson directs the film, which was written by Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless. Back to Insidious. During the 2020 Blumfest announcement, producer Jason Blum said, "One of the primary reasons the interest and appetite from fans has lasted for Insidious is because the people involved in the first film have stayed involved and kept it vital, interesting, and good." He continued by saying, "I'm so grateful to our collaborators on the franchise." So, what will the movie be about? Little is known about the plot of Insidious 5, but we do know that it will take place a decade after the last time we saw the Lambert family, focusing on Dalton Lambert's first year of college. The pesky spirits of the further love to use major life changes or emotional moments to re-enter mortals' lives, and Dalton starting college seems like the ideal opportunity to terrorize him once more. There's no word on whether Insidious 5 will take place on a college campus or in yet another unrealistically massive home that the Lambert family couldn't afford on their real-life salaries, but it'll be interesting to see how Dalton reacts to the spirits now that he's no longer a child. Will the bride in black return to save Dalton and his father? Will the lipstick-faced demon return with another eerie rendition of a Tiny Tim song? Only time will tell. Patrick Wilson will reprise his role as Josh Lambert, in addition to directing. Ty Simpkins, who played Dalton Lambert in the first season, will also return. Lynn Shay, who famously played parapsychologist Elise Rainier in all four films, is listed on IMDb, but Rose Byrne, who played Renai Lambert in Insidious and Insidious Chapter 2, is noticeably absent. It's unclear whether Byrne is completely out of the picture or if there are still talks to bring her back. Foster and Callie, Dalton's siblings, have also not been announced as returning. It makes sense that Dalton would be away at college, but with Callie being a baby in the first two films, it would be interesting to see how she's grown up, with her first years on this planet having been shaped by malicious supernatural entities. In addition to Madame Web and Insidious 5, Sony also announced a few other schedule shifts. A Man Called Otto, a December release based on Frederick Backman's novel and starring Tom Hanks, has been pushed back to December 14th from Christmas Day. The release date for Russell Crowe's horror film, The Pope's Exorcist, has been set for April 7th, and an untitled biopic of Olympic athlete George Foreman has been pushed back from April 7th to March 31st. With a July 2023 release date, Insidious 5 has entered an extremely busy month. Another highly anticipated fifth entry in a popular franchise, the untitled Indiana Jones 5, is finally releasing just a week before the film's release on June 30th. Then, less than a week after Insidious, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 hits theaters. Barbie, Oppenheimer, and The Marvels will also be released in July. This indicates that Blumhouse is confident in this horror sequel, and it could provide some great counter-programming for those who aren't interested in any of the bigger blockbusters. Another Blumhouse production, The Black Phone, has done exceptionally well in its current run this summer, despite competition from films such as Top Gun and Jurassic World Dominion. Horror has previously proven itself in crowded markets, and with the screenplay written by franchise co-creator Scott Teems from a story he and Whannell devised, the new legacy film is in good hands. That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on any future content we'll produce for you guys. We're signing off now, but we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.